All right, traders, George here, and just a quick recap. We just had a great handful of days here in the live room trading the futures, and just wanted to give you a quick, I guess, belief building process to get you guys focused on following these setups and signals. Literally a handful of hours just over the last couple of days here did $4,100 at almost about a 54% win ratio, with most of the gains coming on the long side, as I mentioned this morning. That's pretty darn good performance there. And it's all driven by the same repeatable visuals. So in the trade directory that I've got in the live room, there's nothing new that we're looking at. All of these setups are exactly the same. They just happen again and again. End of moves at DSR levels, continuation breakouts, support becoming resistance, trend continuations. They're the same thing over and over again. The exact same visuals that are here are ones that have happened just over the last handful of days and will happen in the future. I took the liberty to mark up these charts here that we were looking at. This is today, right? Bouncing off of a DSR here, fading a DSR. Outside return, fading a DSR, right? Breakdown, talked about this breakdown here to be short and moves well in favor. Later establishes a DSR, 3-bar cluster, moves in favor, right? Same visuals over and over again. Here's oil. Outside return to a DSR, puts in a cluster, fades. Support test at a prior structure level. Outside return back to that DSR, puts in a cluster, fades back down, puts in a new end of move. Rallies all the way back up to the top, breaks to a new high, rolls back below. Remember this one? Boom, fades nicely, sets up a new bounce. Moves back up to the DSR, gives us another cluster, fade back down. Anything different in gold? Break to new highs here, pull back, look for the trend resumption. This one just completed this morning here, and then the breakout that we talked about. Watch for the breakout. There it clears it, moves up to a new high. Extra gain on that one, and then fades on the outside return for a scalper hit. Talked about that almost verbatim before that printed there. And then here's another example of the NASDAQ. Outside return, support becomes resistance. Beautiful cluster, fades to new structure low, bounces, back up to the top, new cluster, fades, new cluster, fades, outside return here. Fades back down, ongoing, right? The same things over and over again. So just following some simple, repeatable visual occurrences that come off of the same day trade charts here, the DSR model, looking at the DSRs themselves, the clusters, the pattern end of moves, and just continuing to be there to take those setups and signals, really pumped up the gains this week. And most of the gains, 2/3 on the long side. So despite what you have seen with oil dropping from the 104s down to the 96s, right, over the last 10 days or so, and the markets, equity markets at a sort of topping out here, following those repeatable visual occurrences actually had me long more times and picking up more gain in spite of what the media and some of the quote-unquote conventional wisdom would have you thinking. And if I was scared away from taking those longs because of fundamentals or the news or whatever geopolitical fear you might have, I would have given up 2/3 of those gains. DSR model pretty much hitting it out of the park there in the futures market. That's it for now, and we'll see you back in the live room.